that tells you everything about Steffi Graf's tennis. She's essentially a very, very good baseliner with very good passing shots. Dury, with a weight of shot, has simply got to attack her at the net, and that was a good deep approach shot. Good volleying by Dury. She really ought to overpass Steffi Graf.
40-30.
Yes, it's in. See, she's not only got good ground strokes, but she's very quick round the back of the court. Very good scrambler. So from 40-15 up, Steffi Graf now has a chance to break Dury's service.
Graf leads by 2 games to love. First set.
That's a very good start indeed by Steffi Graf.
Love 15. Love 30. $15.30.
She's got very little experience of grass court play, Steffi Graf, and her preparation for Wimbledon was rather hampered by the fact that she had to play for her German club.
Miss Graf leads by 2 games to 1, first set.
And if we consider a young player like Steffi Graf for a little bit, she has a overall classic game, a little bit of topspin on the forehand. She can slice nicely on the backhand and then hit her passing shots with topspin. Fairly versatile on both sides. And her serve, although she's only 15, has got quite a lot of power in it. she's got a good build for a 15-year-old. This is where I make my distinction sometimes about some of these younger kids playing. If they're physically strong enough to play intensively at this stage, then it's okay. But if you haven't really fully developed, I don't think it's that wise to be playing under this sort of extreme pressure. But I watched her playing in Australia on grass, and I thought that she was surprisingly suited to grass court tennis there, because she moved very well and she seemed to do the right thing. But unfortunately she fell in one of those matches and actually broke a small bone in her hand. So she didn't have that much experience there.
Pass, please.
Anyway, Jo broke back that early break, 1-2.
Love. Out. 30 love. Thirty 15.
Dury had a rather long look at that sideline there, as if she wasn't entirely convinced where the ball pitched.
Thirty 40.
She's already dropped her service once in this match. I think signs that she really is feeling the tension out there. After all, she's got absolutely everything to lose.
Game is Graf. Miss Graf leads by 3 games to 1.
They've met just once before. That was indoors in Stuttgart last year, where Jo Dury won 6-love, 6-3. Shot.
All.
Steffi Graf showing that she's really looking quite composed out there, certainly willing to have a go at the net.
40-15. (40-30).
It's just out.
Deuce.
Only a couple of inches in it.
Advantage, Miss Dury.
Point to break back for 2-3, having been within a point of being 4-1 down.
Miss Graf leads by 3 games to 2, first set.
And Dury feeling her way at the beginning of this match. Both players having a little bit of trouble with the low bouncing ball. You know, they've probably been practicing over the weekend or yesterday anyway on courts which are a little bit drier and bouncing a bit higher than the centre court having had a day of rest and looking greener for it, and the balls are staying down. And I think although Jo has played Steffi once before, it was
Time.
indoors and a totally different story from this, and she really is trying to find out the balance of being aggressive and understanding Steffi's passing shots. She didn't play a very good service game on her last serve, so this time she's got to try and settle into playing good service games. 2-3.
Love 15. All. (15-30).
Jo Dury does a lot of training with her coach Alan Jones, specifically for rallies like that. But the youngster's been quite magnificent.
30 all. (40-30).
So here's a chance to get level again at 3 all.
Deuce.
Don't think she's settled yet at all on the centre court. She really doesn't have much, hasn't had a lot of success on this court. And I don't think she's yet comfortable about the place. She certainly snatched at that volley anyway. Brilliant shot.
Advantage, Miss Graf. Gained, Miss Graf. Miss Graf leads by 4 games to 2.
Well, there's obviously a very canny head on those young shoulders.
Graf, please.
She's been playing tennis since she was 4, this girl, and her parents run a tennis school in West Germany. Family come from Brühl.
Love.
Well, that's really remarkable, Chloe.
Love.
It really is paying Steffi Graf a compliment. I think that Joe Dury, who one assumed would just dominate her at the net, is having to play really finesse shots to try and break up her game.
.40-15. .30. Gained, Miss Graf. New balls, please. Miss Graf leads by 5 games to 2, first set.
Well, you can see what's happening here is that Joe is playing against somebody who is hitting the ball very well off both sides, is hitting a solid first serve, and isn't really giving Joe anything to absolutely hit off the return. So she's having to play the return a little bit tentatively. If she gets it a little short, Steffi has good ground strokes. If she goes for too much and misses it, she's in trouble. And if we look at this point, we just see quite how good Steffi's shot. So her backhand is produced in a way that you really can't see what she's going to do. She has the same production on a slice and a topspin. Exactly the same production. And I think that That had a lot of underspin and a very delicate little shot. She takes that one in the air. Her backhand is very versatile. And now watch this one. She hits a topspin roll cross court. She hits it way out in front of her, and Jo isn't yet reading that ball. At this stage, at 2-5, and not having won a serve yet, I feel that Jo has got to really try to get a first serve in, cut down her game maybe a touch so she doesn't make any errors, but hustle to get herself going.
15, love. Out. 30, love.
Well, that's
30-15.
That's really a very poor volley indeed. I think she took her eye off the ball completely, and in fact her volleying has been really pretty poor in this match so far. Sure, it's a sign of her anxiety. Yeah, that's bold. That's good, bold attacking play.
40-15. Gained, Miss Dury. Miss Graf leads by 5 games to 3.
Well, the way this little girl's been playing is enough to scare anybody to death. But Jo Dury certainly in that game began to hit the ball with severity, but a good deal more control, and I felt a lot more composure.
$15, love.
Oh, that's a good shot.
$15 all. $30-15.
That really is very good attacking play, keeping the ball low and very deep in that backhand corner. Very difficult for Jo Dury to hit passes against that. She might do better to try and get the ball up in the air.
$30 all.
Oh dear.
40-30.
So here's a set point, and you can just imagine what's going through Jo Dury's mind. that really is a quite remarkable set of tennis from a 15-year-old girl. Absolutely remarkable.
First set to Miss Graf, 6 games to 3.
Jo is going to have to play a lot better than she is, because she's playing a player who hasn't made any errors at all, who's playing a very mature game and is really dominating all the points. And I think Jo's just going to have to take a few chances. She played a good service game with the new balls and the extra speed in them.
Time.
Put her in a better position against Steffi, but she's going to have to take a few chances and really move. She's still not moving quite as well as she can do, and still showing a few signs of nerves, so she's just got to give it everything.
Second set. Miss Durie to serve. Quiet, please. Love. Good boy. 2. Love.
She's been hitting a lot of sliced forehands, Jo Dury, and it may be trying to keep the ball low, I'm sure. Maybe she's lost her forehand a bit.
40-15. Game to Miss Durie. First